Olá, pessoal! As Portuguese learners, you may have noticed that there are some similarities and differences between English and Portuguese. Would you like to learn 3 structures that Portuguese has but English doesn't? If you said yes, I invite you to grab your notebook and join me. Why do most Brazilians, when learning English, make sentences like this? It's cold today. Rained a lot yesterday. Well, because in Portuguese, unlike English, that's possible. In English, when it stands for an impersonal subject, as in, it's cold today, it rained a lot yesterday. This it is not translated in Portuguese. No, in Portuguese, we would say está frio hoje. Está frio hoje. Choveu muito ontem. Choveu muito ontem. So these sentences with no subjects are grammatically correct in Portuguese. Let's see some other examples. Well, when the verbs ser, estar indicate the time of the day, weather, conditions, they are impersonal. For example, it's early. É cedo. É cedo. It's late. É tarde. É tarde. It's cold. Está frio. Está frio. It's hot. Está calor. Está calor. Other examples. Verbs that indicate natural phenomena are also impersonal, as in, it rained a lot yesterday. In Portuguese, we have a verb for that. Choveu muito ontem. Choveu muito ontem. It's impersonal in Portuguese. It's already dawn. Já amanheceu. The verb is amanhecer. Já amanheceu. It's a bit windy now. Está ventando um pouco agora. Está ventando um pouco agora. And here my verb is ventar. Here it gets dark early. Aqui anoitece cedo. Aqui anoitece cedo. And my verb here is anoitecer. Yeah? Well, when haver and ter indicate that something exists, they are also impersonal and invariable. Há uma pessoa na rua. Tem uma pessoa na rua. Há algumas pessoas na rua. Tem algumas pessoas na rua. So the verbs haver and ter, when they indicate existence, they are impersonal and invariable. Now, when the verbs haver and fazer indicate time, they are impersonal and invariable too. Há horas ela chegou na cidade. Faz horas que ela chegou na cidade. A side note about the verb ser. When we use ser to tell the time, it's impersonal but variable. Let me show you. So, it's noon. There is no subject. É meio-dia. É meio-dia. It's midnight. É meia-noite. É meia-noite. It's 1 o'clock. É 1 hora. É 1 hora. But if I say it's 2 o'clock, são 2 horas. São 2 horas. It's still impersonal, but the verb is agreeing with horas. São 2 horas. São 3 horas. Yes? At this point, you already know, well, it's not something exclusive to our language, but at this point, you already know that in Portuguese, we have 2 verbs to be, ser and estar. When to use them? Well, long story short. Use ser to describe permanent state, characteristics that won't or don't change easily. Use estar to describe temporary state. For example, she is from Italy. She is in Brazil. So she is from Italy. Is this something that is likely to change? No, it isn't. Then let's use the verb ser. Ela é da Itália. Ela é da Itália. She is in Brazil. Is this something that is likely to change? Oh, yes, it is. Let's use the verb estar. Ela está no Brasil. Ela está no Brasil. Ela é da Itália. Ela está no Brasil. Another example. She's a beautiful girl. Ela é bonita. Ela é bonita. Oh, she's beautiful now. The way she's dressed. I like her hairstyle. Ela está bonita. Ela está bonita. Yeah? Ela é bonita. Ela está bonita. I have a question for you. Would you say ela é solteira? Ela está solteira? Or it depends? Tell me in the comments how you would translate that in Portuguese. Were you aware that in Portuguese, omitting the subject in sentences is quite common? When it's clear from the context, verb conjugation, who the subject is, we often leave it out. For example, eu moro no Brasil. Here, it's possible to omit the subject, eu, because the verb form moro is exclusive to eu. So I could say moro no Brasil. If I say moro no Brasil, everyone knows that I'm talking about myself and not about anybody else because of the verb conjugation. Moro no Brasil. Moro no Brasil. Another example. Nós falamos português. Falamos português, the same thing. Falamos is exclusive conjugation to nós. Falamos português. Another one. Eles estudam todos os dias. No. Here we cannot omit eles because estudam is a conjugation for vocês, eles, elas. Eles estudam todos os dias. If I omit eles in this case, I have no idea who the subject is. Yeah? Eles estudam todos os dias. Another example. They live in the same city. Whenever they can, they go to the beach together. So, em português, elas moram na mesma cidade. Sempre que elas podem, elas vão à praia juntas. In this example, we cannot omit the first elas, because of the verb conjugation. It's not exclusive to elas. So, elas moram na mesma cidade. Sempre que podem, now it's possible to omit it. Yes, because of the context. I know who is the subject of the sentence. Elas moram na mesma cidade. Sempre que podem, vão à praia juntas. I can omit both elas. Elas moram na mesma cidade. Sempre que podem, vão à praia juntas. Now that we know who we are talking about, it's not necessary to repeat the subject over and over. We may either omit it or find alternatives to it. But we should avoid repeating elas, 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 elas. Yes, avoid repeating the subject. Let's see a few alternatives. So, elas moram na mesma cidade. Sempre que podem, vão à praia juntas. I could even rewrite it. I could say, as meninas moram na mesma cidade. Sempre que elas podem, vão à praia juntas. So see, I'm not repeating the subject. Would you like to learn other differences between English and Portuguese? Then click on that lesson. Any guesses on what you may find there? Thank you for watching another lesson. See you next time. Até a próxima. Tchau!